Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, episode 140, where we dive into the chilling mysteries that linger in the corners of our world. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're stepping back to a night in 1942 when the skies over Los Angeles erupted in chaos and whispers of the unknown. The Battle of Los Angeles. Some call it a false alarm, others a brush with something far stranger. Matt, what's got you so intrigued about this one?
Oh, Juniper, this one's got it all. Air raid sirens screaming, searchlights cutting through the dark, and a city gripped by fear of something that might not have been from this world.
Oh.
It's like the whole city was holding its breath, waiting for answers that never came.
Sounds like a night where reality got a little blurry. All right, listeners, buckle up for a creepy ride into the unknown. Matt, take us into the shadows.
It's February 24th, 1942, just a few months after the shock of Pearl Harbor. Los Angeles is a city on edge. Its residents haunted by the specter of war. The Japanese have already struck the West Coast, shelling an oil field near Santa Barbara just the day before. Fear hangs heavy and every shadow feels like a threat. But tonight, something far stranger is about to unfold. A moment that will leave the City of Angels questioning what lurks beyond the stars. At 7:18 p.m., the Office of Naval Intelligence issues a chilling warning. An attack on mainland California is expected within the next 10 hours. The city braces itself. Blackout orders are issued, and air raid wardens take their posts. Then, just after 2 a.m. on February 25th, radar picks up an unidentified object 120 miles west of Los Angeles, moving toward the coast. The alert escalates to green. Anti-aircraft batteries are primed to fire. At 2:25 a.m., air raid sirens pierce the night, and the city plunges into darkness. By 3:16 a.m., the 37th Coast Artillery Brigade can't hold back any longer. They unleash a barrage of over 1,400 anti-aircraft shells into the sky. Searchlights sweep the heavens, converging on something, a shape, a presence that defies explanation. Witnesses, from soldiers to civilians, report seeing a large orange object hovering above the coast between Santa Monica and Long Beach. It moves slowly, almost deliberately, covering 20 miles in about 30 minutes. Some say it glowed with an eerie light, untouched by the relentless gunfire. An employee of the LA Herald Express swears he saw shells strike the object, but it didn't flinch, didn't fall, just drifted silently until it vanished. The stories from that night are haunting. Civilians, ignoring blackout orders, stand on rooftops, their eyes fixed on the sky. Some claim to see not one, but dozens of objects. Some say planes, others say something far less earthly. A Coast Artillery colonel reports spotting about 25 planes at 12,000 feet, but no wreckage is ever found. The gunfire rages until 4:14 a.m., leaving 5 civilians dead, 3 from traffic accidents in the chaos, 2 from heart attacks brought on by sheer terror, and yet no enemy planes are shot down. No bombs fall. The skies are silent once more. What was it that hung over Los Angeles that night? The military's official stance was a false alarm, but the whispers among the witnesses tell a different story. Some speak of a craft that moved with unnatural grace, immune to the barrage of human weaponry. Others describe a feeling, a presence, that seemed to watch the city as much as the city watched it. The famous photo published in the Los Angeles Times on February 26 shows searchlights converging on a bright oval shape in the sky, a shape that UFO researchers have pointed to as evidence of something otherworldly. Whatever it was, it left Los Angeles shaken, its people staring into the dark, wondering if they'd glimpsed something beyond our world. Juniper, isn't it wild to think about a whole city caught in this moment of pure unexplained dread? What do you make of it so far?
It's given me chills, Matt, the idea of something just hovering there watching while the city loses it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that sticks with you.
Yep.
What do you think our listeners are feeling right now?
Probably checking their windows for glowing lights in the sky. All right, Juniper, let's take a quick break before we dive deeper into this enigma.
Wow, listeners, how's that for a story that makes your skin crawl? The Battle of Los Angeles has us wondering, what was really up there in 1942? Something from another world or just the city spooked by its own shadows? We're loving the creepy vibes, and we know you are too. And if you're enjoying the Shadow Frequency, please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, and all the major podcast platforms. And visit our website, shadowfrequencypodcast.com, to catch all our episodes. Leave us a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. Check out our Shadow blog, grab some cool swag at our store, and you can buy us a coffee if you like to keep the spooky stories coming. Now let's head to the mailbag to hear from you. I gotta reach over and hit the button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
Time for the mailbag, where we share your thoughts and stories. Today we've got an email from Ben in Wyoming. He writes, I really enjoy the Shadow Frequency. It keeps me company on the road, and I like the broad array of subjects. Well, thanks, Ben. We love hearing how our creepy tales keep you company out there in the wide open spaces of Wyoming. Keep those messages coming, folks. Send your thoughts to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, take us back into the mystery.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency. We're deep in the eerie night of February 24th, 1942, when Los Angeles lit up the sky with anti-aircraft fire, targeting something no one could fully explain. The stories from that night paint a picture of a city gripped by fear and fascination, staring at a glowing object that seemed to defy the laws of our world. But let's dig deeper into the paranormal threads of this event and explore what might have been watching Los Angeles from above. Witnesses from that night described the object as more than just a craft. It was a presence. Some reported a low hum, almost felt more than heard, vibrating through the air. Others spoke of a strange stillness, as if time itself slowed while the object hovered. UFO researchers have long pointed to the Battle of Los Angeles as a cornerstone case, one of the earliest mass sightings in modern history. The Los Angeles Times photo, with its eerie oval shape caught in the searchlights, has become an icon in UFO lore. Some analysts claim the object's slow, deliberate movement, 20 miles in 30 minutes, matches no known aircraft of the era, not even the experimental ones. And the fact that it seemingly absorbed over 1,400 shells without a scratch, that's not just unusual, it's otherworldly. There's a theory among paranormal enthusiasts that what Los Angeles saw wasn't a Japanese plane or a weather balloon, but a visitor from beyond our planet. The timing is curious. 1942, right at the dawn of the modern UFO era, just years before the infamous Roswell incident.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
Could this have been an early reconnaissance by extraterrestrial beings, observing a world at war? Some even speculate the object was drawn to Los Angeles because of its growing role as the hub of military production, a beacon of human activity that might have caught the attention of something far older and stranger than we can imagine. But not everyone buys the extraterrestrial angle. In 1983, the Office of Air Force History offered a more grounded explanation. A lost weather balloon, equipped with lights to measure wind conditions, sparked the initial alarm. The anti-aircraft fire, they argued, was fueled by war nerves, with shell bursts mistaken for enemy planes in the chaos. It's a tidy explanation, but it doesn't account for the vivid eyewitness reports of a single glowing object moving with purpose, untouched by the barrage. Still, it's worth considering. Could the panic of war have turned a mundane balloon into a spectral invader in the minds of a terrified city? Whether it was a craft from another world or a trick of the night, the Battle of Los Angeles left a mark. It's a story that lingers, a reminder that sometimes the unknown isn't just out there, it's right above us watching. What do you think, listeners? Were the skies over Los Angeles visited by something beyond our understanding? Or was it all a fever dream of a city at war? Juniper, I'm still stuck on that image of the searchlights pinning something in the sky that just didn't care. What's your take on this one?
It's like the whole city was in a trance, Matt. Alien or not, something about that night feels like it's still out there waiting.
Right.
What do our listeners think?
I bet they're as spooked as we are. All right, Juniper, wrap us up.
And that's a wrap on episode 140 of The Shadow Frequency. We dove into the chilling mystery of the Battle of Los Angeles, a night when the skies turned strange and the city held its breath. Was it an extraterrestrial visitor or just a fog of war playing tricks?
I vote extraterrestrial visitor.
We'll let you decide. Visit us at shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch up on episodes, check out our Shadow blog, grab some swag, leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. Thanks for joining us in the shadows, and until next time, keep your eyes on the sky. Matt, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Shadow Seekers. Stay curious and stay spooky.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.